Okay, there we go. It's live now. Man, word. There we go.
Hang tight, family. Sherry will be right back. This is Eric. He got injured in a car accident.
Hello. We are back.
So yeah, you don't just get some lawyer. You get an army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. It's really simple. Tackle the cost of living crisis or get the hell out of the way. Californians are the hardest working people in the country. But the question is, who's getting the
Go
benefits?
back, click back, click back, click back, click back. Go back, 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 go back. One more.
I've taken on out-of-state corporations that refuse to pay
Go down.
Yeah, I gotta keep scrolling.
Right there, all the way to the right. From actor to killer. That nigga. Oh my God. Yeah, he was a good actor.
You didn't know about that?
I mean, I knew about this. So this nigga, it's crazy, bro. He played a gay role too on that one show.
Say hello to
Yeah, this
Tamara.
nigga turned out to be a cold ass nigga, bro.
Yeah, see, this one is 30 minutes.
Welcome to Hood Politics.
Yeah.
In this episode, I will be discussing the case of Michael Jace. The facts of the case are as follows. Michael Andrew Jace is a very accomplished actor. He managed to keep consistent work in an industry
The
where most people
Shield. That
fail.
nigga was on the Shield.
Michael had dreams of becoming the next Sidney Poitier or Denzel Washington, and although he never reached that level, in 2014, he received the notoriety he desperately craved, but unfortunately, it came in the form of infamy. Michael's acting career began in 1992 when he played the role of a man named Otis Cook in an episode of Law and Order.
Yeah, I heard the explosion.
Yeah, he was Law and
I
Order
saw the
too.
bastard pull his gun. You referring to the defendant? Yeah. I was almost face to face with him. So you're positive it was Mr. Copeland who shot Marcus Tate and was 2-3 yards away? Yeah. I saw him.
From there, he was bitten by the acting bug and felt that it was his purpose in life. Michael continued going on auditions and booking roles. In 1994, he landed roles on LA Law, The Adventures of Briscoe County, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Clear and Present Danger, Chicago Hope, and the hit film Forrest Gump, where he played the
Damn.
role of a Black Panther Party member.
But then he did
Because
all
we, you
that.
black Panthers, are against the war in Vietnam. Yes, we are against any war where black soldiers are sent to the front line to die for a country that hates them.
In 1995, Michael landed roles in Under Suspicion, Strange Days, and Under One Roof, where he played the role of a police officer named Roger.
Hey, Neb, I thought you were working tonight.
I am. I just got to drop this off at the cleaners.
Repeat tomorrow night, right now? Well, Red Devil's going to triumph again. Not more than 105, you won't. Neb can't help you. He won't be there tomorrow night, right now.
Yeah, doesn't look like it. Roger.
Yeah,
Be careful out there.
I will. I'm off duty for the night.
That's what I mean.
Also in 1995, Michael played the role of boxer Mitch Green in the Mike Tyson biopic, Tyson.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it? Bitch Green.
He got all the roles.
You ain't getting tired of being pussy with, motherfucker? Your old lady's old lady? Double pussy. There you go. Now you're so pitiful, po-ass motherfucker.
What, you want me to whoop that ass again?
Fuck that! You didn't beat me, motherfucker. Anybody seen the TV knows that.
They know I knocked the Jerry curl juice out your head, motherfucker.
Oh, I give you that, motherfucker. Tell me where Robin's at, huh? I'll tell you where she's at. She's at my house, butt naked, making grits.
During this time, Michael married his girlfriend, Jennifer Bitterman, and shortly afterwards, the couple had a son named Jordan. Michael was ecstatic. He had a great family, a budding career, and the roles were pouring in. In 1996, Michael landed roles in The Fan, Dangerous Minds, the TV show, an unreleased video game called Maximum Surge, and Nash Bridges, where he played the role of Commander Williams, a police officer dealing with the hostage situation after a train was taken over.
Maintain pulse. We'll give the cops inside a little longer to make the play.
Train 324. I need to talk to somebody in command.
This is Commander William of Barton Police. Identify yourself, please.
When did he do the Shield?
In case you haven't already guessed, people are being held
Shang Tsung for Mortal Kombat.
That same year, he played the role of a boxer named Marvin Shabazz in the movie The Great White Hype.
I am a #1 I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever he wants to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a Broham. It's sex.
During this time, Michael and Jennifer's marriage was on the rocks, and in 1997, Jennifer filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Over the next few years, a nasty court battle for custody of Jordan took place. Although his personal life was in shambles, Michael's professional life was thriving. In 1997 and in 1998, Michael landed roles in Boogie Nights, ER, Bombshell, Pensacola, Arliss, and Kings. In 1999, he landed roles in Thick as Thieves, LA Doctors, Any Day Now, and Ryan Caulfield, Year One. That same year, Michael landed his first starring role as NBA legend Michael Jordan in the biopic Michael Jordan, an American Hero.
I don't remember the exact amounts, but what he's claiming is preposterous. We're both avid golfers with handicaps between like 5 and 7.
I never
We like to
saw
make
this.
money on our putts.
Well, Esquina says that at one point you were down $626,000, and you suggested a double and nothing bet.
Ma, he's calling this book Michael and Me, Our Gambling Addiction.
You got to leave now? You got to leave? Oh, I thought you got dressed to leave or something like
that. He's just trying to capitalize on our friendship.
In the year 2000, Michael played the role of Earl Wilkinson in the film The Replacements.
So,
car accidents happen.
where's all my shit? Like, you know, like how they had like the thing on the side right here, guys, where I can see like the comments and shit.
I'm Colin Jones,
Where's all that shit?
senior partner at the
you
Wilshire
got
Law
it
Firm.
closed.
We're number one in personal injury settlements.
Stocks, I think.
Our award-winning team of over 100 attorneys and 500 legal professionals has recovered over $2 billion for clients just like you. We're here to fight for the maximum compensation you deserve. Every case, every client, every time. Call Wilshire Law Firm today.
Earl Wilkinson. Well, I knew I recognized you, man. I knew it. You played for Minnesota, baby. Oh, shit. Earl Wilkinson, man. Oh, my God, boy. You'd have been all pro if you hadn't been in them cops and gone to jail.
During this time, Michael began dating a woman named April. The two met on the set of one of his projects, and they instantly hit it off.
Are you filming me?
Yes, I am.
Hello. It's 7:30. Please excuse all this. I've been up all night.
April was a school teacher and held a degree in early childhood and adolescent development from Cal State Fullerton. She was also an avid sprinter, and her speed took her to the peaks of national and international competitions. Just like Michael, April had a son from a previous relationship named Savoy. April accepted Jordan as her own, and Michael accepted Savoy as his own. In 2001 and then 2002, Michael landed roles in NYPD Blue, Murder, She Wrote, Planet of the Apes, Scorcher, and Judge and Amy. Also in 2002, Michael landed his most well-known role as Officer Julian Lowe on the hit TV show The Shield.
That's how I know.
Of LAPD officers
Yeah,
strike team. They are corrupt and are known for using illegal methods to solve cases. Julian was a good officer and a devout Christian, but throughout the show, he begins to wrestle with his morals as well as his sexuality.
Yeah, and then he's gay. He was gay.
I'm willing to keep your
The
secret.
nigga was a gay cop.
I am. What do you think? I want to twist your arm?
Nigga, what?
All you gotta do is lie. It's not a lie. You made a mistake. We put boxes
And then that dude, Michael, I can't never say his last name. He listened to thing. He played the thing in that one
The show ran
Fantastic
for
Four
7
movie.
seasons
So,
and
like,
won
I'm very
numerous
familiar.
awards.
You know what I'm
Although
saying?
he was
Good
not
show,
a
that
main
actor,
character on
you
the
know?
hit show, Michael continued booking other roles. In 2003, he landed roles in Jonah and Cradle to the Grave.
Right.
Also in 2003,
And that was a
Michael
movie
and
with
April got
DMX.
married. The couple then settled into a home on Brandhurst Avenue, just a few blocks west of Crenshaw Boulevard. April continued pursuing her passions of teaching and sprinting, while Michael continued following his passion of acting. In 2005 and in 2006, he landed roles in Fair Game, Bathsheba, Gridiron Gang, and Cold Case.
Been better if he'd asked for a spiritual advisor or a priest.
Priest can't help him now. You can.
How am I gonna do that? I'd have to believe you're innocent. I don't.
Any last words, Tibbs?
Last moment. Time for truth, like you said.
You need State to stop playing with us.
I'll tell it to you.
Give us that fat W before they kick us out.
Oh, yeah.
During this time, Michael and April welcomed a baby boy named playin to the world.
You know, nothing
In
major.
2007, Michael landed roles in Safe Harbor and Bats, Human Harvest.
My homegirl, she used her
I
daily
want you to
dollar
know
to work
you
at a
did real good down
380.
there.
Yeah. What I got to do on
From a
this?
command standpoint, we
Log in, yeah.
cannot use you.
All right. Oh, wait. You got
You
the
take
keyboard.
risks.
Little shit.
Going in without your gun drawn is stupid. There's no need for a lone wolf who pulls his unit into a hot situation. You need to trust the man next to you. Exist with
Which,
then
you know, which one I use? I use Destropues
every
for
time.
that, right?
Then write it down, Russo. Write it on your eyelids.
Yeah, I think
So you think it's boring hearing this? It is boring saying.
was that
In
whatever was that
2009, he
profile.
landed roles in State of Play, Real Heroes Firefighter, and the TV show Southland.
You called me?
Let me see.
You look good.
We'll see if they ain't written the mail yet.
I think I made a mistake. You know? With you.
Oh, my Chase card came.
Go.
Waiting for it. I don't know if it
Where's
came
this
yet.
notification?
I gotta go inside.
Yeah, I know.
You take care.
During this time, Michael and April welcomed a second baby boy named Caleb into the world. From the outside looking in, it seemed like the Jaces had it all: a loving marriage, beautiful kids, and great career. But looks can be deceiving.
All right,
The
I'm done
Jaces were
watching this
struggling
nigga. I
financially.
forgot I was
School was
live
over,
too,
which
nigga. I'm
left
trying to
Michael
log
without a
in.
steady paycheck, and the roles were
Just
now
having
few
a
and far
blast. These
between.
motherfuckers
In
don't care. You know,
2010,
you
he
want to
landed
watch
roles in
videos.
CSI, Rizzoli and Owls,
Fuck, I'm
and
doing.
Burn Notice, but they still weren't enough to
Screaming in no
supplement his
fucks
income.
movies.
In March of 2011, after nearly 20 years of
And
consistent
it
work and
feels
appearing in at
good.
least 2 TV shows and movies, Michael
Yeah.
filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Records showed that he had an income of $71,000 in 2009 and $75,000 in 2010 due to residuals from his TV and movie work, but
Okay,
his
I
income
already
dropped to
know
only
that.
$17,000 in
Multiple mouse on the
2011. Michael's
keyboards.
debts were listed at well over $500,000. He had defaulted on 2 mortgages on the family's home, owed $22,000 in back taxes, and
Smell the
$16,000 in
roses,
credit card debt.
Moses.
The bankruptcy allowed Michael to
Oh, Moses, smell the roses.
lower
Here
his
we
monthly
go,
payments, but he
here
went
we
delinquent
go,
shortly
here we
afterwards. In 2011, Michael landed roles in Private Practice, The Mentalist, Nikita, and Division 3, football's finest.
All right, man. I'm done with the hood politic, man. This nigga, man.
Now,
Snitching,
if you could
man.
just remember that we are a
Oh, bro, but shit. God damn, that's what we doing all day long. These motherfuckers, man. No, I don't want to. Whoa. One of my niggas died, nigga. Damn, I ain't never seen this. The Road Warriors full documentary. The life and death. Yeah, nigga, that's the Legion of Doom. And it was the Road Warriors first.
Si se trata de la Copa Mundial de la FIFA más grande de la historia, los verdaderos fans saben que el único asiento que importa es el que te lleva allí. American te lleva a las 16 ciudades anfitrionas. Tu asiento, tu viaje.
I'm not fucking around. I want to see that too a little later. I love how YouTube be like, watch later. Yeah, nigga, you know how much shit I got saved to watch later? I could just go there and get something new to watch any day, all day, every day, bitch.
Parece que sí llegarás al
Not
año nuevo.
anything else but my save to watch later, nigga. Nah, Hawk. My nigga Hawk died in 03. Damn, Hawk.
The Road Warriors were the first of their kind. They were over-the-top bad guys posing as good guys.
They epitomize what success is in this industry because they dared to be different. In the ring, out of the ring, in the gym, promo-wise, in-ring ability, charisma-wise, they had the whole package.
What I remember most about the Road Warriors is almost like Mike Tyson, the fear that they brought to their opponents.
Back
then, I mean, I really believed they would knock somebody's head off with a clothesline. I thought I might see a decapitation.
I would say the Road Warriors had more imitators than any other tag team in the history of the business.
Every time I heard their music, it just gave me a chill.
Oh, what a rush. I remember that shit. Alright. So I can share with y'all what the fuck I'm looking at or about to watch while I smoke my early morning. We are going to switch off Sherry and go to the tube over here, which is what I love doing anyway. By the way, get y'all a telly, man. It's you know, message me, get at me, I'll send you my link. You might get the motherfucker faster. It's a free 52-inch motherfucking TV, nigga. Tailored to you. Only thing you gotta do is hook it up. Just don't try to flip it, sell it, or some bullshit. Then they'll fuck with you for that. But other than that, free TV on Sparcotv, nigga. I will. I think I'm gonna post the link for that on my actual thing right here and just get that to y'all. It's a little free something that you can do. It only make me look better with them. Fuck it. Yeah. The fuck, man? Get yourself a free TV, man. Don't be like other people I know that be questioning and asking all the stupid shit like, what's the catch? Nigga, ain't no catch. You want a free motherfucking TV or not, nigga? Shit. Shit came in the mail. It was like, you bought a TV? I'm like, yeah, nigga. Yes, nigga. I did. Alright, let me see. Where's that real quick? Because that was too interesting. I'm a big fan of Legion of Doom, Road Warriors, when they're in WCW, Legion of Doom, WWF. And I can't stand the fact that it's called WWE. I think that's why I'm not really that into it no more. But WWF, nigga, is wow. We grew up on that, man. I grew up on that. That's classic shit, motherfucking hater. And I wish it would have stayed WWF, nigga. But because of the other WWF, which was in place first, what was it? I don't know. We ain't plugging them. Fuck that. I don't know. It's another WWF out there, nigga. That's why there's WWE now. If you didn't know that. Let me find this shit that I'm looking for though, man. Hoping to get these pages going a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. What the fuck? It's kind of hard to entertain you motherfuckers when I look at this shit and see it's not a lot of motherfuckers looking at it. It's like all these space jokes and just I'm laying out there and ain't nobody getting to really enjoy them until later. And you go back, oh, look what this nigga did. This nigga was a fucking clown. Or whatever the fuck. Road Warriors. It takes a lot to just not give a fuck. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, I've gotten to a point now where I don't give a fuck. So, I got a notification from TikTok that we monetized over there. And I mean, shit, man, you motherfuckers just, you can't get your shit right over here. I think I'm gonna be over there and share shit over here and see if that works. But I really don't want to have to go the route of just paying a motherfucker to help me get this page on my YouTube right. Just so against it. It's just so not organic to me. And I'd rather it be real. So, however long it takes, then I guess at that point, and I don't give a fuck. Let it take its course, no? You know what I'm saying?
This little symbol, it means everything to me. You see, my brother and I started Road. Our aspiration was to build a different kind of performance clothing brand.
With that being said, I've let everything take its course from music all over the years, man. And I'm only gonna say, you know, legacy and catalog is real. Because I can go to any of my shit and be like, nigga, yeah, that's us. That's me. That was us. You know what I'm saying? And it's ours forever, nigga. So I mean, it do in the long run. If you're an artist and you don't want to stop being an artist, nigga, it do mean something, nigga. And what the fuck? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna ever stop rapping, making music, acting, telling jokes, laughing at these hoes. None of that. I'm sorry, I can't, nigga. The fuck? I got motherfuckers is true to shit, right? You true to what you want to be true to. I'm true to that, nigga. Why would I stop? Because there's not a hit record on the radio, or I ain't in the next movie that's coming out, nigga. Nigga, the light black don't crack either, nigga. And what the fuck? I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna be doing it, nigga, all day, every day. Nigga, we ain't gonna stop, nigga. So, with that being said, never stop pursuing your dreams. Never stop trying to get to that next level or doing what the fuck you want to do. Because, end of the day, it's you and God. And that's it. That's it. And I thank God, though, as much fuck ups and shit that I got on my plate, I've accomplished and done. Have not. He knows my heart, and he knows where I want to go, where I want to, what I want to do still, where I'm at. So, shit, can't nothing stop that. So, we're gonna get into this. Rest in peace, Hawk of the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom. I didn't even know this nigga passed away. Nigga, that's just, man, that's fucked up. You find shit out 20 years later. I thought, who would have known? And I'm coming across this video because me and my son was watching some hood politics shit about this motherfucker that, man, I ain't gonna get into it, man. But he was a raw nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I seen this on the side and was like, what is this? But yeah, we're gonna get into it. So y'all can take a look at it too right here. This little ad play real quick.
A brand focused on the head as well as the heart. So we created a mark, one that appears on every piece of clothing we make. We call it the Captain Stitch. And it's a powerful reminder that there's strength in unity, and that together we can go further.
Because I knew I was in for the beat of my life that night. You know, they were able to kind of redefine the villain and the hero with respect to sports entertainment back in the 80s. The guys.
The Warriors are always ready. The Road Warriors were the first of their kind. They were over the top, bad guys posing as good guys.
They epitomize what success is in this industry because they dare to be different.
In the ring, out of the ring, in the gym, promo-wise, in-ring ability, charisma-wise, they had the whole package. What I remember most about the Road Warriors is almost like Mike Tyson, the fear that they brought to their opponents.
Back then, I mean, I really believed they would knock somebody's head off with a clothesline. I thought I might see a decapitation.
I would say the Road Warriors had more imitators than any other tag team in the history of the business.
Every time I heard their music, it just gave me a chill because I knew I was in for the beating of my life that night.
You know, they were able to kind of redefine the villain and the hero with respect to sports entertainment back in the 80s.
The guys were big and they were strong and they were brute force, and it was just a real exciting time to be in the business.
Fuck yeah.
If they respected you, they were your friends for life. I'll respect them for as long as I walk the face of the earth.
They really worked hard, they tried hard, they cared about our sport, and both in my eyes deserved all they got.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Hawk and I grew up, we were born and raised in Chicago. Our childhood was grew up like every kid does in the inner city of Chicago. You got the L and all the trains and everything. You hate to say a school hard knocks, but that's just the way it was. About the age of 8 years old, we moved to Minnesota and Minneapolis. We stayed in touch primarily. We went to 2 different high schools. We lived in 2 different parts of the city. I was kind of like right on the suburbs part. Hawk was still in the outskirts of North Minneapolis. We weren't that far away, about 8 miles. But you know, when you're growing up, you kind of drift apart. But we always stayed in contact and talked to each other. Here we are, a little bit of nostalgia. This is Hawk's old neighborhood here, Xerxes Avenue. Now, when Hawk lived here, you know, his dad, Art Hegstrand, Mike grew up by the school of hard knocks. You didn't mess around in the back of Mike's dad's car. If you did, it was, Hawk, behave yourself. Minneapolis is getting rough. Then I met Hawk. I hadn't seen him for a while, and I was in Ventura's gym. You know, I'm a young kid. I'm like 19 years old at the time. I'm about 280, and I was doing the incline. And I remember specifically because, you know, I heard, you know, Mike Hegstrand throughout the deals, you know, it was always Henry losing the football game 49-0, and Hawk was like, you know, 5-0 on their stands getting in fights, you know. And I'm doing incline, and I'm doing like 315 or 350 or something like that on the incline bench, and I'm doing it for reps. I did like 12 or 15. He looks at me and he goes, "You're not right." He goes, "A young kid should not be doing that." He goes, "I'm 4 years older than you, and I can't do that." He just open hands and goes, whack, slaps me in the chest. And I looked at him, and I said, "Man, you sure grew." Because the last time I saw him, he was like about 180-pound punk. Now there he is, about 245, and I was about 280. Fucking crazy. Now we're here in Plymouth, Minnesota. This is where Hawk and I started out. From age of 21 on up, we started working out here at the gym. The gym has produced a lot of top athletes, as well as Minnesota Vikings and everything else. We had not only Hawk and I, but you had Kurt Hennig, you had Ramsey Rick Rude, you had Smash Demolition Van Darso, John Norris, Berger, and a lot of Olympic athletes. The gym is the top training center in the state of Minnesota. This is the home of Road Warriors. This is where it all began. We used to train here at the gym. And when I first met Animal, he was probably about 185 pounds, and we just started training together. And then Hawk kind of came in the picture too, because we all trained at the gym. And once we all got together and trained here at the gym, that's when we all grew, and we became best friends.
Both were very dedicated workout-aholics, let's say. Animal always the stronger, and he would always let Hawk know that, and that would piss Hawk off, but Hawk would always come back with a better body, so it kind of was a great balance. Those guys used to sweat their off when they worked out. Well, the gym is synonymous with just producing great athletes. I mean, when I was a young kid working out after Jesse Ventura's gym, Jim Younger, who owns the gym, partnered up with Hawk and I and said, "Hey, you guys interested in backing me and doing this new project?" So Hawk and I said, "All right, we'll do it." So we did it about 15 years ago now. We did the gym, and it quickly developed in the #1 training center in the Midwest, in Twin Cities especially. This is kind of the gym wall of fame here. As you can see, some of the top athletes around, not only top nationally known bodybuilders and powerlifters, but you got pictures of Brock here, and you got Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect over there. You have Joan Hoffenberger, who competed in Miss Olympia. You got Scott Norton, who wrestles out in New Japan right now. That he went to high school with Hawk, as a matter of fact. Then you got Jesse DeBody's pictures up there. You got Road Warrior shots up there. And a lot of powerlifting stuff, wrestling pictures. This is the Wall of Fame. If you're famous in the sports world, you'll make the gym wall. Everybody's training schedule is a little different, you know. We would do a 4-day-a-week program, 6-day-a-week program. We would, overall, since the beginning of the gym, we've started training here, so over 20 years. You know, so it's been a long time. This is a big part of our life, this gym. Right here is the rack, where Hawk and I, for a lot of magazine covers, the Japanese went nuts over it. It was a rack that we had 950 pounds in, and we were doing shrugs. Shrugs are basically you just pick up weight and shrug it up. But do that. That's 2 1/4. Do it 950. Fuck. Oh, man. Bouncing was a trip. At first, we worked at some of the bars that probably weren't your more upscale bars. I worked at a place called First Avenue, the Prince owned, the singer Prince, and it was kind of a disco place, but during the day it was a strip joint, and at night it was a disco. Figure that out, right? Dancing stand. A place called Moby Dick's, you know. And, 2 or 3 people get shot a week. And so, yeah, I didn't want to make my career bouncing at that bar, because I know
was kicking somebody out. I was going to get shot or stabbed at one time or another. Yeah, we worked at a place called the Roaring Twenties. We'd have a baseball bat sitting at the front door, and we'd be tapping on the door when somebody say, "Hey, you want to come in the bar? You want to sit at the bar? You want a table, or you want to get out?" And when they sit down, if they got a hand, you walked up to the table and you slapped it on the table and said, "Listen, this is your first and last warning. The next one's going to be you." And that's just the way it was. You had to down there because there was a pecking order, and you had to establish respectability. Otherwise, people just take advantage of you. Then we got to the place called Grandma B's. And we all needed jobs, so we all got hired at the bar called Grandma B's. Well, here we are at the infamous Grandma B's. It's a different name now, but this is where we all started. You had Barry Darsow, myself, Hawk, Rick Rude, John Nord. A lot of guys made it to the top of professional wrestling. This is our stop. This is where we met the trainer of champions, Eddie Sharkey, who was the greatest trainer in the world but never got in the ring with you. If you can imagine a bar where there's two levels and there's probably 2,000 people in this bar with live bands, and we had about 6 to 8 of us that were 300 pounds. Right here where this fence is where we used to call that infamous tripwire. And we used to have contests with these people that would fight in there. We'd throw them out the front door of the bar. This fence wasn't here, and that wire was here, and we'd toss guys out. They would take bumps right over that wire, and actually it would end up hitting the fence sometimes. And we'd have contests to see how many flips these guys would do over that cable. I was a guy that would talk to the guy coming in the door, "Hey, you got your leathers on there, you got your colors, bikers wear colors. You got to take your colors off or leave the bar." And before I could tell the guy to leave the bar, Hawk would come across and nail somebody. That just was his attitude. That's the way he was. Grandma B's not your kitty place to come in. I'm trying to log. It actually looks exactly the same.
YouTube.
All right, it's been about 20 years, but now we're inside the infamous Grandma B's, now known as Gabby's. Now, there's a lot of history in this place. Everywhere in here, somebody, sometime, somewhere got out of hand, and we had to take care of it, and we had the manpower to do it. Up here used to be a stage where bands like Fragile and guys like Jigs Lee used to play. That Hulk Hogan himself would get up on stage here and play bass guitar. That's how popular this place is. When you get a guy like Hulk Hogan, who was the AWA champ at the time, beating up Nick Bockwinkel, used to come to this place with his Grandma B's. Nobody got out of hand. When they did, we put them right back in line. Eddie Sharkey was a bartender there. His claim to fame was training, at that time, was Jesse the Body Ventura. And when he told us about the camp, we all looked at each other and said, "Wrestling camp? Man, I don't know if I want to get in a wrestling camp." And I know, I said, there's a lot of things I don't know in this world, but one thing I do know, a lot of guys on there, I can beat up, because that's all we were thought of. And that's all we were trained to do was to fight. We used to watch wrestling all the time. We watched Vern Gagne wrestle and, Larry the Axe Hennig and all these guys. And we all wanted to be professional wrestlers. And so we kind of talked Eddie into training us in too. And when we broke into the business, it was a little different than what everybody else went through. Eddie had an old church basement where they used to hold boxing matches. And this boxing ring was harder than the floor, let's put it that way. All that it was railroad ties with plywood, with a carpet on top of it, with a canvas on top of that. Every time you hit the ropes on one wall, you would hit a cement wall. I got bone chips in my elbow.
Oh, yeah, it says them little power bank things are 300 normally.
It was the worst ring you ever seen. When we first went down,
I don't know how true that is, but it says they're 60 right now.
But we ended up, he showed us the moves and we did everything. Pretty soon, we were doing everything that the guys do right now. I mean, flips and suplexes and everything on this ring. And every day we got out of that camp, we hurt so bad we thought, what in the world are we going to be doing in professional wrestling? The ring better be better than this. Eddie Sharkey he was notorious. He never got in the ring with any one of us. "Oh, yeah, guys, that looks good." Now, here's a guy that worked and wrestled with Harley Race, Vern Gagne, a lot of world champions. And here we are. He's not getting in the ring with us because he knows we're hurting each other. We're probably going to hurt him most likely, right? And I remember one time Barry Darsow and I did a spot where we ran and hit the ropes and we hit each other with a tackle. Well, Barry, a lot of people don't know, was a world-class powerlifter at one time. Well, Barry hits me at about 330 like a freight train. I remember my knee had dislocated, and what is small bone, your tibia or fibula on the outside of your leg was sticking out. I thought it was just, it wasn't out of the skin, but it was sticking out. I dislocated it. There I am, limping, walking outside, stepped on an uneven piece of concrete. pop and pop back in. He said, what was that? I said, that was my knee. I said, but it's fixed. The next day I went and did squats. I went to the doctor, went back to the gym. We went there 3 months straight, 5 days a week. And we really beat the heck out of each other.
We were at Eddie's camp. Ole Anderson came down to Grandma B's. And back then, we used to watch Ole on TV all the time. So when he came down and seen the size of all of us guys, he went to Eddie's camp and seeing how good we could move for big guys. And what he did was he recruited Animal first to Georgia Championship Wrestling. And when he went down there, he thought of the idea of the Road Warriors, and Hawk was really the next guy to leave out of the camp, and that's how Hawk ended up going over there.
While we're sitting down there in Atlanta, Ole said, get your stuff ready. So, I went and I talked to Mike about it. I said, Mike, trust me, I'll make some decisions on some stuff to where I kind of know where they want to be. They want us to be kind of bikers in a way. So I went and bought these leather chaps and these vests and these stupid gloves that had fringe on them and the biker hats. I felt like one of the village people, but it was a biker theme. So we went down there and wore that for a little bit until Ole, and I think it was Bill West, says, listen, we want to make you guys different than everybody else. And so Hawk comes up with the brilliant idea. Anna, why don't you have a regular mohawk, and where you have a mohawk, I won't have hair, and I'll have the double mohawk. So we look like we can plug right into each other. I said, oh wow, great, not knowing that 22 years later I still have to wear the same haircut. What I mean? Then they gave us the idea of the paint idea, but as far as the design of the paint, that was all up to what we wanted. At first, we ended up like a couple Indians with a couple stripes on our face and stuff like that. But then we got more creative, and Hawk called the face he had. He called it the Joker look, where he had the black deals that came over, the red V, and then I had the spider, which had kind of stayed with me for about the next 15 years. The original Road Warrior name originally came from the Road Warrior movie with Mel Gibson.
Wow.
The ideas from the jackets with the half shoulder pad on there, all the other stuff that we did. That's where a lot of that came from. So that's how the birth of the Road Warriors kind of started up.
Road Warrior persona, when they first started going to Georgia Championship Wrestling,
that
fit
shit
those
is
guys
crazy.
Because when we were
Shit
down
is
at
crazy, son.
Training and bouncing at the bar and doing it, they were the Road Warriors in that bar.
Cada 4 años, el mundo se une por un solo
crazy,
objetivo,
son.
estar ahí. Cueste lo que cueste conseguir entradas. Cualquier oportunidad para llegar, la vas a tomar. Porque cuando se trata de la Copa Mundial de la FIFA más grande de la historia, los verdaderos fans saben que el único asiento que importa es el que te lleva allí. Vuela a cada ciudad anfitriona, convierte las millas en entradas para los partidos y viaja con American. Tu asiento, tu viaje. Deja volar tu pasión. Consigue entradas en aa.com. Ay no, al papá de tu novia no le gustó tu regalo. A lo mejor puedes conseguirle algo más en oferta. Espera. Parece que sí llegarás al año nuevo.
Why are commercials like that?
Diagnosed with Crohn's disease and struggling with your symptoms? It's not too soon to talk to your doctor about Entyvio for moderate to severe Crohn's.
I don't know how good it is to put other YouTube ads on my YouTube channel.
Entyvio is the only gut-focused treatment.
Let's skip that.
That could be bad.
And the Road Warriors moving out. They are the new National Tag Team Champions.
When the Road Warriors first busted on the scene in the early 80s, they were a real unique type of tag team. There were some questions about whether or not their style would make it in the world of professional wrestling. And all those doubters are certainly proven wrong.
I'm very proud of what the Road Warriors have accomplished. I'm very excited that two very strong, tough individuals, two nonconformists who aren't going to bend to the system or what the people want to see.
At that time in the business, to have young guys that were built like they were, and I mean, they were the real deal.
Y'all take a look, because we're walking death. We are walking death. We are the Road Warriors.
Everybody was scared of the Road Warriors because when they got in the ring, I mean, they tore it up. They made you work.
And they only know one speed, that's full speed. They only know one direction.
see on TV when you're young and they never won. Well, a lot of those guys were in mortal fear when they would get to TV and look at the sheet and find out that they were working with the Road Warriors today.
They would go to the wall where the matches would be posted and they'd have their fingers crossed. All of a sudden, Road Warriors versus, and you just see their hearts sink.
You're brought in as fresh meat and you're fed to the Road Warriors.
Me and Arn Anderson are partners, and I just met Arn Anderson. And the Road Warriors, they play their song, and the Road Warriors come in, they do their whole deal, and the crowd's going nuts.
And these two monsters came walking in with the Mohawks.
And I looked at Arn and I said, Arn, I said, I just met you. But I said, I ain't getting in the ring with these guys. And he goes, you think I'm going to get in the ring with these guys? That was the first time I met Arn. And we both stood outside and looked at these guys.
We wrestled the Road Warriors for 10 days, and it was absolutely the worst fist fight I've been in my entire life.
These two are as tough a combination as I've ever seen come down the pike. They are double dangerous at all times.
The old school, true wrestling styles and types that my brother and I portrayed against this new breed of professional wrestling, the brawlers, the street brawlers, the guys that go out and just fight and claw and scrape for a victory.
What they don't have in wrestling knowledge, they certainly make up for it in brute strength.
So there was a big contrast, and it was a very successful contrast, and it was kind of goes down as I think is some of the best feuds in the industry at that time.
I'll tell you something. Nobody in the world can touch the Road Warriors. Nobody beat them. That's right. It's easy. Everybody's easy when we take them.
There was no actual team like them. Two big, huge monsters that did nothing but just eat up other wrestlers. They were physically that dominant. They were pissed off. Neither Hawk or Animal at that time were actually very nice. Their attitudes and the way they worked were who they were.
Besides being tremendous athletes and superior physically, they have got or have developed a bent and twisted attitude.
They came out with two powerful guys in the Mad Max gear and were nothing but in your face, almost like smash mouth football. And that was a risk in the sense that, well, you know, what if people do dump on this? What if people? I don't think they ever had a problem thinking that people would not believe in their gimmick because Animal and Hawk were who they were. They were two badass mother.
They squish them like peas. Everybody's gonna get squished like peas, so get used to it, because nobody can touch the Warriors.
Their style was very smash mouth.
And brother, they are carnage unlimited.
Their presentation was very much the same.
They have absolutely no mercy on any opponent.
Their repertoire was limited. Powerful. What they executed was powerful stuff.
Come on,
They're
man.
the most vicious team I've ever seen.
They didn't run a lot of plays, but they ran them real well.
We're talking about a new wave of professional wrestling. I thought we were talking about the slimmer and trimmer athletes, but I tell you, these guys have slimmed down. They don't have too much body fat on them, and they got mean streaks in them. Look at the hair, the painting their face. I mean, what happened to professional wrestling?
Going out there and doing the job and winning matches, winning belts. I think the first match they actually wrestled together, they won a belt.
They are indeed the national tag team champions, the Road Warriors, and certainly their first appearance here on World Championship Wrestling is, well, most impressive indeed.
I'm sure it was an honor for them first time out. I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of jealousy too. Going out there first time winning the belts, and that's where, you know, going back to them telling me stories about when they started out and how, you know, it was almost more of a shoot fight where they're going out there and fighting literally guys that are, you know, upset actually that they've pulled this out and done this and gotten so far so fast. And they had talked about guys, you know, attaching razor blades to gloves and things like that and trying to, you know, cut people. And I'm like,
Were grown up on the streets, and they brought it right into the ring. And that's exactly what you can see.
And these guys were literally wrecking machines. You would go to the ring thinking, are these guys going to kill me, or are they just going to have a match with me?
They roll roughshod over everybody just like a passing tank.
I wrestled these guys in Memphis in a match. It was myself and Austin Idol against the Road Warriors. I was known mainly for beating opponents with a pile driver. I gave a pile driver to Hawk. I jumped up and I turned around like, yeah, I knew that did. And when I turned back around, there was Hawk standing on his feet, facing me eye to eye, and he just picked me up and body slammed me. I mean, you know, it's like the pile driver had absolutely no effect on him, and the fans were just stunned. And it was just one of those moments and one of those matches that can just be a defining moment in the guy's career.
When you see the Road Warriors fans, you're going to see, I think, one of the most outstanding teams that you've ever seen team together as a combination in tag team.
Different.
The Legion of Doom started forming. Who was a spoiler? King Kong Bundy, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Paul Ellering and the Road Warriors. Now, Hawk and I and Ellering call ourselves the Legion of Doom anyway. You know where we got that Legion of Doom from? From a Super Friends cartoon. Meanwhile, back at the Legion of Doom.
Road Warriors, indeed. Dangerous adversaries. Masters of mayhem, no question about that. Part of the Legion of Doom.
Well, between the two of us, when Jake had left and went to the other part of the NWA, which is up with Crockett Promotions, and the spoiler left and went to Canada, they kind of saw the writing on the wall. The Legion of Doom was starting to shrink and shrink and shrink. And so here we were left with Ellering, Hawk, and I.
It's been survival of the fittest, and the Legion of Doom, as you can see, has survived very well. We alone stand on top of the wrestling world. It must always be remembered that history is written by the victors. What does not kill us only makes us stronger.
Paul Ellering was in the wrestling business, you know, a long time before we ever got in the business. In fact, he was trained by Eddie Sharkey too.
Yeah, bleach blonde, precious Paul Ellering, and he was really going to be a talent, and all of a sudden, he destroyed one of his knees just really, really badly.
And Ole at the time said, you know, you're really good on the mic. He says, have you ever thought about managing? I automatically said, yeah, I've thought about it because years ago, even before I was in this sport, I had a premonition dream that I was going to be a wrestling manager. And that was going to be my forte in this business. And I wasn't even in wrestling yet. I don't know how the mind works, but it was a premonition dream.
So he was smart into the business, and he told these guys what they needed to do and what they didn't need to do.
Tell him, Paul. You know, dear, I think I can summarize it all by saying something I've said before. You don't have to be able to split atoms to figure this one out. The Legion of Doom wants it because we'll do anything in the world to keep these belts.
I think Admiral Hawk learned a lot from Paul Ellering because Paul had a little bit of as a seasoned veteran, and Paul was easy to step back and watch situations not only in matches but outside the ring.
Here's Paul Ellering. He's directing this whole thing, the orchestrator.
And we'd work through matches, we'd work through interviews, and I'd tell them about the business and try to put them on that fast track to an education.
Paul Ellering was the glue of the Road Warriors, undoubtedly. Don't let anybody ever kid you.
Taking a look in there is precious Paul Ellering, the Road Warriors manager.
Paul Ellering was to the Road Warriors was basically the straw that stirred the drink.
I think we need to talk about precision tonight. I think we need to talk about a team that's so devastating, other teams are afraid to show up.
Paul is a member of Mensa. He's a genius.
You are a pugnacious infidel, a miscreant.
Paul Ellering's the first wrestler I remember regularly reading the Wall Street Journal. He'd be sitting in the locker room, everybody else would be reading Penthouse or whatever. He'd be reading the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal.
You see precious Paul Ellering there on the corner. Always has a copy of the Wall Street Journal in his hand, waving instructions, orchestrating for the pair.
I was a businessman, and I got into the futures markets and the commodity markets and was a big-time player there.
It was such a contrast to have a crazy, eccentric guy, and what you saw with Paul Ellering is what you got, because he is crazy and eccentric and very intelligent.
You know, Glenn, there's such a thin line between sanity and insanity, and there's come a time when precious Paul must sort of look back and say, hey, maybe there's a chance that something cannot be controlled.
But with the Wall Street Journal with two Rottweilers right behind him.
And in addition to being the on-camera manager,
Paul took care of Admiral and Hawk's business needs behind the scenes
in front of the scenes, their contractual negotiations.
At that time, Ellering was your manager's manager, not a fake manager. Ellering did our plane tickets, their cars, hotels.
The last thing you would want is for an angry hawking animal, after the airport has lost their luggage, to go up to the Hertz counter and negotiate a rental car. Not a good scene.
He did their wrestling strategy, arranged our matches. He helped them manage how they did their budgets. I mean, he used to graph and chart futures investments. I mean, that was his hobby on the plane. We would look, and he would have 3 rows of all these graphs and charts, and he's got his protractor and his compass and his, his miter and everything out there, doing everything.
He was the brains of the whole outfit.
Ellering, you're the mind, you're the brain behind it. We cut the brain off, the rest of the body's going to go, and that's what we're going to try to do.
Besides that, Paul Ellering is probably one of the finest human beings you'll ever meet, a solid human being, and he had nothing but their best interest at heart. And I think he was probably the calming effect in both those guys' lives.
He was a very stable, caring guy that kept those guys level-headed. They both had tremendous egos, as many of us do.
And it became like the 3 Musketeers. It was all for one and one for all.
The Legion of Doom. That's the family. Ellering and the Hawk and the Animal.
And he was with them 24/7 on the road, trying to teach these 2 young kids out of Minneapolis who knew nothing about wrestling, very inexperienced, and took them to make them one of the most dominating teams in business.
Pedro solo quería volver a jugar con su hermano mayor. Gracias a una gran oferta, toda la familia lo pudo acompañar.
Walmart Express delivery for Chad Hoobucks. Who knew Walmart delivers that fast?
I hope your situationship likes it.
Muy rápido y gratis, Home Depot me entregó los regalos que vamos a dar. Mi batidora, 100 potente, son herramientas que todos se quieren quedar.
Dakota Big Wave, Liquid Aloha.
Wrestling fans, as I'm certain you well know, promoters here in the AWA never cease to bring you the biggest and best talent available.
That's the
They are
wrestling
already
history right
hard at
there,
work
huh?
and bringing one of the most
Wrestling history.
devastating tag teams you will
Yeah,
ever
this is
see.
like a documentary on one of my favorite
Like a bidding war for talent
teams,
between
the Road Warriors, aka the Legion of Doom.
and
This is
the
giving
NWA
you the history
and
on
the
it because
AWA.
they was calling
And
themselves
they're
the
all
Legion of
trying
Doom
to
before they
solidify
was the
their
Legion of Doom.
talent
Nigga,
core.
they was already the Road Warriors, but I didn't know all this about their manager and shit.
Who's going to win this wrestling war?
If you didn't like the situation,
See, I gotta tell you about this one thing.
because there were many people that would want your services.
And different teams would go to different places and meet new people, and that way you have everybody in the whole country know who you are.
It was good for the business because your stars then, their shelf life for a main event guy was extended immensely from the standpoint that he could go play a fresh audience every couple of years.
It was a big challenge to go to every different place and see
Yeah,
if
I
you
went
could get as
here,
hot there as you
and
were
I had
somewhere
applied
else.
for a
At that
phone.
time, Georgia Champion Wrestling was kind of in the toilet. It wasn't doing anything.
But
No
that's
money, no
crazy.
business.
It says
And we helped it out. And the
it says
company
it's
started rising,
100 right
and they
here, but
grew
I
to
got
new
mine
heights.
free.
And then that's when we came to the AWA.
We've traveled the world
Yeah, I'm
over and
like,
stood
what?
on top of the wrestling world.
And we come to where the competition
Well, I'm
is
trying
the
to.
keenest. That's why we've come to the AWA.
Okay, no, look, I put in the zip code, and then look, it fixed it.
For a long time, Ron. I'm sure a lot of other people have.
So you can get
They
the
are
XO
devastating.
for free.
Terrorizing opponents
Oh, wow.
wherever they go.
It's like the free phones, you know how you get the Obamas? Yeah, this is like the Obama, but upgraded because they're doing it online, and I don't know, they probably get it. You get better phones, you know.
Yeah, send me the link.
So I applied, and they really sending me the phone. It said today, it sent me the email.
I think the reason that they
And
initially
said,
left Georgia
oh,
Championship
we're
Wrestling
shipping out your phone.
went to the
Yeah,
AWA
send that. Send me
was
that.
because it was home for them. They grew up watching the AWA.
said, I need that. I need to get that phone.
Body of wrestling needs the greatest tag team to ever step into the squared circle.
The Road Warriors coming back to Minneapolis is probably the greatest thing that they could have done, because starting out here in Minneapolis and doing the stuff that they did to become professional wrestlers, and finally coming back to their hometown, and as soon as you tell 15, 18, 20,000 people that you're from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they go nuts. And that's, as a professional wrestler, that's one of the biggest things that could ever happen to you, to have people that love you.
But they got different phone options.
The Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk.
Well, all I did was upload a picture of my ID and my EBT card, and then apply,
One of the
and
most
then they approved
devastating
it.
teams in all of professional wrestling.
So,
However,
but it took like a day or two. But then once it approved, or maybe 3 days, I don't know.
Your record, you're new to the AWA. How in the world did you get the title shot?
I don't remember what day I applied, but
it's so obvious, like the nose on your face. Which, by the way, you can breathe through to keep your mouth shut. 275 pounds, 290 pounds, and a brain.
and it come with unlimited, free service because it's Obama,
Stipulations, ramifications of contracts,
you're gonna for sure always have a phone signal.
Right here. How could they not give us a title
But
shot?
they let you do like an iPhone 8 or something too.
First trip, one of our first trips to the AWA, and I'm going to wrestle two of my heroes. Baron Von Raschke, who was like a 3-time All-American at Nebraska, that was a pro wrestler, and the Crusher. Man, the Crusher was like known throughout the world.
I wonder if they'll let you get
at his age, the amount of weight that he was bench pressing and everything was respectable to me, because I can understand that with the lifting. But still, two of my idols that I'm going to go in the ring with, that Hawk and I are going to win. It was on all the billboard in Las Vegas. It was all over the place that here we are, the Road Warriors going to battle, the Crusher and Baron Von Raschke.
Baron getting his pins under him. And of course, the Baron's Tag Team Championship partner is the one to only the Crusher. And the Baron on sheer instinct, he tried to get over and prevented from the tag off. Out goes the Hawk, in comes the Animal. As he swarms all over, the Baron Von Raschke, the Clawmaster.
We had a great match with him, and Hawk and I were successful and attained the AWA titles.
That's crazy, look.
Hey!
You see that? We can apply for the free one and then upgrade our phone to that.
Oh, wow. Now we come to bigger and a better and more competitive. Wrestling started the AWA, and now we're the world champs. You people, you fat people, sitting getting drunk, eating potato chips in front of the TV show, watching Happy Days. Look at these belts. They're the Warriors, and they're never coming off our waist. You've got to dare to be different to get on the map. They were so in your face, and in the ring, they knocked the shit out of you. I mean, they would knock you down. What you saw was what you got.
Look.
And the fans could feel that. That's one thing you've got to always remember. You cannot.
200. That's not bad.
And then look at the 11 price.
Feel you. And that's up to you.
Oh, snap.
You make them feel you.
Wow.
You got a winner.
I should have did that.
Unanimously, Precious Paul Ellering, the manager of the year, and the Road Warriors, the tag team of the year.
It certainly shook up the mix because they were a very untraditional team that gained the titles in a very untraditional time frame. But it really fit the impactfulness of the combination. Hardly ever.
See, look, when I applied this, when I seen
and see where tag teams
but see,
or a
you see all this
specific tag
XR
team
for zero.
dominated that particular area's
But then look at the bottom.
Because usually
that
it's
little
all
thing,
built
I'm like,
around the single title. Rarely did a tag
team but that's downgrading though, because the XR is probably
dominate the main
well, no, well, this one's an 11.
That's a step.
That's a step up, but then that's
XR like a 10. Is that the 10?
The 8 and XR are kind of similar, but I think that I don't know.
The XR I think it's the 10.
Yeah, let's Google that.
Who was the Crusher and Bruiser in Milwaukee? That was like, here they come out to the beer barrel polka. I mean, you see Hawk and I in the ring with all our paint on spikes and
the XR is generally better than the 8.
Here comes the beer barrel polka plays, and the crowd went through the roof.
But the XR is free.
Vern Gagne's top team, Dick the Bruiser.
So we gotta get you signed up there.
30 years. And
Tag
they
Mobile.
looked the part in their
Justin
day.
showed me, right?
These guys
Yeah, I
came
texted
along
you the
that were
link.
bigger and stronger, and Bruiser Crusher, the baby faces. And the Road Warriors aren't selling anything for them, and they're just beating them up because that's what they did.
Very first move that Hawk and I did.
Cause you qualify for the
the
little
really
free phone
never
thing,
left
right?
their feet 25
Yeah.
years of
So
wrestling.
whatever
The first thing we
document
did
you
is
should.
ring, and I got
Should.
shot at one,
Well, if you did it
kicked
before,
over
you know, then
we
yeah.
press slam him over our head, and I could hear Crusher and I could hear
So
Bruiser.
it's just giving you the phone, not a number?
No, it's gonna give you an actual number.
Oh, it's going to change the number. I got that.
I never seen anybody get
It might, but I think it said you could keep your number or something.
Bruiser and Crusher in the eyes of the people. But let's face it, they've been around for 30 years. Their time had come and gone, and the Road Warriors were what's new.
Yeah, no, maybe they. I think they gave me.
Revolutionary tag
Cause
team
see,
of
look,
the last
that's
25
the.
years, bar none.
See, they
Because
text
they
me
were the
that my
first cool
ID,
heel.
my email, the
The
password, and
Freebirds,
then the phone
myself,
number.
Terry Gordy, and Buddy Roberts.
So I know I'm really getting it. Cause they text me too much information, you know.
And that was
They wouldn't send you all that. Cause I seen this as an ad on Instagram.
Bringing out the stars and bars, the Skinner music. It was almost a national anthem for young males from the South that wanted to see these long-haired hippies kick the shit out of the establishment.
They had a tremendous amount of charisma.
Why don't you mess with the boys from
So see, look, those are the ones that qualify.
And we do drink alone, and
So see, it says, yeah, that's what we get. And then, like, I just kept seeing different, like, ads, you know? Yeah. And it's real.
Some of the best matches I remember with the Road Warriors, and maybe they weren't the greatest technical matches, but putting asses in seats. The biggest one I remember was the big.
Yeah, that's awesome, because if you ever can't pay your phone bill or something, you got a decent little phone, little XR.
That we decided to do for the first time. We were going to answer their face paint with our own type of face paint, which is like we painted our faces like the Rebel
But I would have
flags.
definitely did that in leather.
Hawk and Animal don't like to do anything but fight. Everything else is boring to them. And fight they can, and now you see the Hawks just doing a number on Freebird Michael Hayes. You're in there, I don't care who you are. You're me, you're you, you're getting your ass kicked. Plain and simple. Both of them absolutely.
Everybody getting this.
Both of them will fight
They all
you
getting hit.
with everything they've got for any reason. Road Warriors dared to buck tradition, break the mold, and change the system. I remember one time we went to the ring with the fabulous ones, Stanley and Steve Kern.
Vern and the Powers of Beat pulled us into the bathroom, and they said, "We want you to drop the belts."
And Vern goes, "Guys, we want you guys to pull the switch thing." I said, "What do you mean?" "Well, we wanted the fabulous ones. He's going to get knocked down. Referee's going to take you back. They're going to pull a switch. You guys are going to get tricked." I said, "Vern, we're street fighters. We're supposed to be street smart punks that you can't trick us." No, you got to do this."
We go out to the match, and they're introducing us, and we're saying to them, "We're not going to do it."
But Steve Kern had a habit. He wouldn't pay any attention. While the referee's giving the instructions back in those days, he's looking around at girls in the front row, and Stan's kind of flexing and everything, and the Road Warriors walk up to the center of the ring while the referee's talking to him. Animal says, "We're not going for the finish."
And they're looking at each other saying they're not going to do it. They don't really understand.
Here came the Road Warriors, and they start beating the piss out of the fabulous one.
Finally, they just...
See, here go another one right here.
They threw a couple chairs in the ring.
We grabbed chairs, start swinging, bam, bam, bam. Fabulous ones jumped out of the ring. They come back with chairs. Double DQ. We went back to the dressing room. Guy comes in all ticked off. "What are you guys doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" I said it was the right thing to do. The people wanted it that way. They wanted to see us go crazy and stuff. That's what we did. We gave them what they wanted to see. "Nobody's changed the finish on me in 25 years. Nobody does it." I said, "Well, we just did it." You know.
Oh, that's when they give you a whole iPhone 11 for free.
In the business, I said, sometimes you just have to take what you want. You know, this is that kind of a business.
And from then on, I guess we got reputation of being rebels, but we weren't trying to be rebels. We were just trying to do what we thought was right for the wrestling business. And that was it. When we did not listen to Vern that night, that was all the guys that worked for Vern for years. That's where I think we kind of broke the ice, and they went like this, and they accepted us in. It took us doing something radical like that for them to accept us.
Once wrestling transcended into entertainment,
the musical entrances and the flamboyancy more geared to a younger audience, I don't think Buragania ever got it. At least I know he didn't with us. And he did not know how to express himself when he didn't have it. He was so used to being such a dominant dictator almost. That wasn't going to work with Animal Hawk. And finally, the Road Warriors saw the writing on the wall and decided to go back to Crockett.
Going from the AWA to the NWA, where Crockett Promotions were, was a big step. Now we're coming back around full circle, and Hawk and I are going into the NWA. Hawk and I had a different attitude coming into this thing. So we went in there, and we were bad guys wrestling all their good guy tag teams at the time. Until one day, I wrestled Ivan and Nikita Koloff, Hawk and I did. As soon as we went down to that match, we were instant good guys. We never changed one thing. We never changed our interview, our look, anything. And we were good guys from that point on.
You got to go through all the wire. Try Survivor. Try Treasure. Try Lakita. Even no matter. For Survivor, you all go down.
The Koloff was very interesting. Ivan Koloff, his record speaks for himself, and what a great guy. But when Nikita came in and dominated the scene, it gave the Road Warriors and the fans, more importantly, a matchup that they wanted to see.
You Road Warriors are going to find out that Nikita is ready. Yes, Nikita. He doesn't have to go out and say a lot of words. He does his action in the ring.
Nikita played his part so well. He didn't speak English for 2 years. And through the Russian dictionary, he started learning Russian words, and all this other stuff. Thank you, and oblivion, As soon as Hawk and I wrestled them, it was like we were representing the USA. Those guys were representing the Soviet Union, and it was just the rest is history. There, you can figure that one out. I mean, everybody was going to back up, especially in the Mid-Atlantic area, was going to back the USA guys over the Russian guys.
You get up every morning. You go to work and you work your day, and then you go home. You've worked for everything you've got in your life. Well, the Legion of Doom is no different.
Ivan Koloff was a great ring general. He was a tremendous worker. He's the one that beat Bruno in the Garden in 1971 for the title after Bruno held it for 8 years. So he had a name, and he was respected, and he was a nice guy. And Crusher Khrushchev, Barry Darsow, was the Russian sympathizer from Minnesota. And they had a lot of good matches. I think it was a good way for him to get started out.
Let me tell you something, Koloff. I said before, you can slap us, you can kick us, you may get lucky, you may knock us down. But one thing, we're like a couple of old dogs back in the corner, walking right back up in your face until we get even and tear you apart.
When the Road Warriors came in, we were the top dogs. And they were the top dogs in the AWA, and that's what made this match so big. So when we collided, it wasn't that they made us or we made them. We both made each other. That's what we needed in North Carolina at the time. Bring those Road Warriors in to up the whole territory and everything.
People like to see Ivan and Nikita get beat up, and the only guys who could do it were us.
Your winners of the match, the Road Warriors.
We had matches everywhere, and they were fantastic. And that was a lot of fun in my life, with Charlotte, North Carolina, wrestling the Road Warriors.
This little symbol, it means everything to me. You see, my brother and I started Road. Our aspiration was to build a different kind of performance clothing brand.
Never seen that shit. I know y'all never seen it.
A brand focused on the head as well as the heart.
That's another lie.
So we created a mark,
Stop it.
one that appears on every piece of clothing that we make. We call it the Captain's Skin.
Look, see, I found this one on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I just clicked on that just now.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Okay. Cause yeah, that's the one in the little corner, right? Yeah.
I'll be back. I'm off today, y'all. So I'll be on here a little bit more throughout the day.
See, but look.